The world has ended. Everything that remains of humanity's culture is stored here in this podcast, a time capsule assembled by three white dudes from what was once called the Midwest. This is not everything. This is not most things. But this is it.
Hello and welcome to the first episode of This Is It, a pop culture podcast for the end of the world. I'm Sam Webb.
And I am Gabe Webb.
And I'm Daniel Osborne.
We just wanted to let you know what this show is and who we are and why we have the authority to be talking about things in this way. The spoiler alert to that last one, none of it. We don't have any.
No credentials, no authority.
Absolutely zero.
Zero. But let's talk about what the show is. This is it. It's a pop culture podcast for the end of the world. And what does that mean? What is it, like, do we want to explain?
It's like the grasshopper and the ant spends all of its time storing away all this food for winter. But surprise, we actually haven't made any food. It's all just recaps of popular culture that we think is kind of cool.
Yeah, I think that's a fitting metaphor.
Yeah, I mean, for those of you listening in the future, in your barren wasteland, after the squid people launched a thermonuclear assault on you, forever altering the climate of Earth and eventually being their demise as it dried up the oceans. Take that, squid people.
Squid people. Do you even have ears? Can you even hear?
As you dig deeper and deeper to the core of the Earth, to either burn yourselves up to escape the everyday torture that is your existence on an otherwise lifeless planet.
Yeah.
Or just look for more water.
Right. Secret water. Underwater.
Underground
water.
That's where we keep the extra water, right?
Yeah, that's how the Earth works, right? And this is why we're doing a show not about actually surviving, but about making sure pop culture survives.
We're like doomsday preppers with really strong feelings about James Bond.
Yes, that is very accurate.
Absolutely.
I think I'd safe in saying that our main goal is to give the future listeners fewest number of steps possible, recreate things like political ads from the modern era, or
how to survive your summer affair.
Yeah. Or what is a sitcom? It's pronounced that in the future, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I mean, when you find our piles of bones, and among them our VHS tapes.
Just surrounded by VHS tapes. Yeah, that's accurate.
Our VHS tapes, our computer hard drives, our scrawled checkbox-based love notes to each other.
Yes.
We hope this show offers you some modicum of instruction for deciphering those relics of a past you can't even imagine between your bowls of sand soup.
And, we here at This Is It, we're not about being above our station or confusing what we're doing with something important. We're just the Rosetta Stone of... Really, just unequivocally, we are the Rosetta Stone for the world to come.
Absolutely. I mean, totally unimportant, but we are the Rosetta Stone.
Yeah. We're not trying to, change any lives, but we will change thousands and millions and maybe billions of lives.
We really think we're the missing piece in your life.
Yeah.
We're the last bastion of hope in the universe.
Because we're not farmers. We don't know we can't help there. No. Like, we can't talk about crop rotation. But what we can talk about is record rotation of top 40 hits.
And the rotation of DVDs.
Yes.
Inside DVD players.
Yeah, inside DVD. A lot of spinning media in the past, future. That's how we used to almost literally roll.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the show, guys. But what, like, do we want to explain who we are? Because I don't think they know who I am. This is Sam. Nice to meet you, future. So we met in college, right?
Truth.
Right?
Yes.
I'm not remembering that incorrectly.
You are not.
And to clear something up right now, even though your names are Sam Webb and Gabe Webb, I'm correct. You two are related, right?
No, that is incorrect.
No. Okay, you are not related.
We are not related.
That's still a lie you told a lot of people in college to confuse them.
Yes, they're actually future. There's an off chance that someone we went to college with is listening to this and going, "Oh shit, they're not twins." Which is hilarious because we are from two different states and had two different birthdays on Facebook, and yet some people still refuse to accept that we were not twins.
And honestly, don't even really look that much alike.
No.
Yeah, no, like there's not a whole lot of similarities. Especially, like maybe like I could maybe see cousins, just because we're both white. But yeah, we are going to do our best on this show to own the fact that we are three white dudes from the Midwest, and that, like, while we are the only people putting out a podcast for you, people of the future, to help you understand the cultural landscape of today, we need you to understand that we are not going to bring necessarily all perspectives under the sun, and we're going to do our best to own that wherever necessary.
We'll do our best. We're not just going to slack off and infantilize our whiteness, but we're only human.
Yes.
We're only three humans.
Three humans who were all born in the same year and within like a tri-state area of one another. And so if you are older or younger than us, or not a white male that grew up in Indiana, Ohio, or Kentucky, you may have a difference of opinion, and that is okay.
Yeah, and in fact, you should tell us about it. Preferably not in all caps.
Preferably not. When you have differences of opinions with us, feel free to write them down in the comments on iTunes or Google Play or wherever you're downloading this podcast from. Or you can find us on Twitter at ThisIsItPod. This is it, Pod, on Twitter.
And please, don't confuse us with the band, POD.
Nice. Please. Or the Michael Jackson concert documentary, This Is It.
Whoa. It's a lot of room for people to get confused.
Yeah.
This is misguided, guys.
I like that note to end on.
Yeah.
So yeah, this has been episode 0 of This Is It, a pop culture podcast for the end of the world. Every episode, we are going to be sealing up a tiny piece of a time capsule with our suggestions for how to recreate specific parts of culture. So to kick us off at the end of our first episode, we are going to play our pre-recorded noise of sealing up the time capsule, which you'll notice is exactly the same every single time. All right, you guys ready to seal up this time capsule?
Yeah.
Seal it up.
All right. I've been Sam Webb.
And this is Gabe Webb.
And this is Daniel Osborne.
Let's seal it up.